And we have here the managing director of Kaapeli Tehdas and also Suvilahti, because you are eating all the industry spaces in Finland in your as part of your group of cultural spaces. So Helsinki Tallinn dual hub, that's the idea, and the user-driven approach to do it. So how do you see that?
It was really interesting, and you mentioned the word user-driven, and Veronica, your title here is an architect, which I think refers to anarchistic architecture. And I was kind of surprised that, in a way, this user-driven culture, urban culture, being user-driven, not being something that city officials and mayors even wanted to happen, suddenly these architects want some structure and synchronization and top-to-bottom structures into all of this. And it was surprising for me, actually. I mean, yeah, it would be nice to synchronize the events and would be nice to have an app, but shouldn't that happen anarchistically, you know, just like the events have happened? I mean, just let it bloom. I think a big charm in these small events all around is to find them. And if you make finding them so easy, you know, you lose the charm. I mean, in a way, I mean, people want to be wiser than the other ones, and I knew that. I was there first, and I mean, it's part of the whole game, so to say. So if you have some city officials making an app for it, it becomes trivial, and then there has to, of course, it can then create a new wave of new things that are outside that app and map. But the big thing was actually there, the logo. It has the tunnel. We need that. that's what makes it.
It's full of water.
Currently, yeah, it's full of water. I mean, yeah, but and that's the mobility we need. And that's actually, I mean, the 20 minutes you're going to sit in a train would probably be the communication as well.
Isn't there something between the sort of completely autonomous and anarchic way of doing things and the completely top-down driven? Couldn't, you know, the city just facilitate things, provide the things that are hard for the individual small actors to make themselves, like, for example, provide the spaces? One great example of just with a little investment, a great thing of urban culture has been the Bermuda thing in Kalasatama at the moment. Just a couple of sea containers and electricity outlet and some stuff like that, and a whole summer of great cultural events. That's, I think, something that the city could help with.
Yeah, and actually facilitating, at least to me, it's a bit active verb. I would rather say offering platforms. You know, that's of course something it should do. Well, what is the platform that the city offered? Nothing.
Not for the city, but the people did it themselves.
Yeah, but I mean, but Bermuda is a good example of providing something that then can just start.
Another question from the neighbor.
Actually, I could comment on the facilitating and offering platforms. It is quite a unique thing that phenomena like Restaurant Day has a website and a mobile app the way it has. It's not really common that a movement with no money, with pure voluntary work, has that kind of achievements. And I think a lot of other movements and a lot of other players in the game would benefit from these kind of facilities and these kind of benefits if the public service could help in them.
Yeah, that is true, and making apps is still kind of difficult. I don't know why it's so difficult, but I mean, I have a Facebook in my mobile phone. That's the app I need. and for most of the events, that's enough, you know, all what's there.
One comment on the Restaurant Day, though, that because, I mean, you said, what did the city do to support it? Well, they kept their hands off. I mean, they could have raided all the first restaurants in the first time.
What did the government do? They didn't keep their hands off. They came, you know, the alcohol police came.
Yeah,
you know,
there's limits.
Yeah, government didn't have the, you know, wisdom.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Christo. I'm a graphic designer from Cape Town, and just on the apps, I'm just going to share something, my experience here that I've been through. On my way to Helsinki, I stopped by Eindhoven, and I wanted to spend 4 days there to see what the other city looked like. And to do so, I decided I'm needing to get a lot of apps on my phone, because I need to know how the public transport system works, and I need to see where all the good restaurants are, and I need to see where all the design museums are. And I've done the same for Helsinki. But it's been really difficult because I have to navigate my way through, I think I've got about 8 or 9 apps. So my question, or maybe my statement is, maybe the app doesn't represent the openness, but maybe if the apps in some way could talk to each other and reconnect, because from a user point of view and from a design-centric point of view, where we're looking at the user's experience, I think that's a big gap at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, that is ridiculous. Apps are creating a tree form semantically, not a network.
Yeah.
Why can't they communicate with each other?
Now we have
that's
to
when, really.
Not yet. Okay, let's take the one more last. But we are behind the schedule, so you're the last one. And I totally agree on the why don't apps share information, but then we come to actually pretty complex area of data harmonization, which I could talk about for a long time, but not here now. Yes.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm Jari Huhtanen from the West Harbour project from the City Planning Department. This is not a question, it's an answer. If you look for the facilities to place a restaurant or whatever activities, we have at Hernesaari tens of containers at a very low price per month for pop-up activities. So just contact us and we deliver.
Okay.
Thank you.
But how many container pop-ups can we have before they come inflated? All right, Stuba, great, thank you. Big hand.